All right. What did I learn in Barcelona this summer? I think that's a difficult question to answer in just a couple of minutes because I think I learned so much on such a diverse range of topics. But one of the things that stood out to me that I really enjoyed was being there for an extended duration and kind of immersing yourself in the culture. You learn a lot of things you wouldn't otherwise in a short trip. You may be able to find out some historical facts and visit various sites, taste the food, or listen to traditional music. But when you converse with people from an area for an extended period of time and you build relationships with these people and you adopt the lifestyle, at least for a little bit, you realize that while culture is evident in food and art and music and dress and all those things that tourists seek to experience, culture also influences so many aspects of daily life that I think is hard to experience when you're there for a short time and you really need to embed yourself. For example, just the time of day at which people operate and the general pace and mentality and values of the populace. If you stay in one place for an extended period of time, it's easy to think these things are just universally true when in fact they're totally culturally influenced, and stepping outside of your geographic area can be really refreshing, and I think it helps to put in perspective your own culture sometimes and say, well, this is the way it is here and it's not necessarily how it is elsewhere and it's not necessarily how it ought to be, which I think is important in any kind of evaluation of your own society. Another thing I think I gained that I didn't really foresee before going on the trip, but found really interesting, was that these societies on the opposite side of the planet are addressing some of the same global challenges like water and food security that we are at home. But once you kind of dive into the nitty gritty of that larger challenge in a specific area, you see that they're riddled with these local nuances. It's really interesting to see and work with scientists addressing the nuances of their local area, and you come across considerations you may never have thought of back home.
One thing that I thought a lot about in Barcelona was how my own perspective and values have been shaped by the place that I've grown up in. We were in Spain for about 2 months, working alongside students and professors who have this wealth of accumulated knowledge and experiences unique to their lives and their culture. During that time, I also stayed in an Airbnb with a woman who happens to work in food justice. Her work has to do with getting fresh, healthy food to vulnerable populations that lack access to it. And she hugely influenced my point of view on the social aspects of urban agriculture, purely because she approaches the issue from a perspective that I never could. As a Spanish woman who has experienced and worked within the food system in Catalonia as well as Kenya and India, more than anything else in my life, these kinds of interactions and these cross-cultural collaborations have shaped my worldview, my values, my aspirations. We have so much to learn from each other if we can just step outside our version of normal and experience somebody else's for a while.